Welcome. My name is Janet Anderson, and on behalf of everyone at Pavlus Travel, thank you for joining us. If you've been dreaming about a vacation where every detail is handled, where you can truly relax, and where luxury means space, service, and unforgettable destinations, you're in the right place. Today, you'll hear directly from Regent Seven Seas leadership, including Jason Montague, Chief Luxury Officer, and Jared Evans, Vice President of Field Sales and Strategic Partnerships, as they share an insider look at Regent's unrivaled ultra luxury, all inclusive cruise experience. There's a saying that true luxury is time well spent, and Regent delivers exactly that: exceptional ships, immersive itineraries, and thoughtful inclusions designed to make your journey effortless from start to finish. And before we begin, here's a special Pavlos travel offer just for our YouTube viewers. If you book a Regent Cruises voyage with Pavlos Travel during our promotional period through February 28th, 2026, and mention that you've watched this webinar on YouTube, we'll add a bonus $250 onboard credit to your reservation. Now, it's my pleasure to begin our event by introducing Michael Steidl, Vice President of Marketing for Pavlos Travel. Welcome, Michael.
Good afternoon to everyone. Janet, thank you for that introduction. My name is Michael Steidl. I'm the Vice President of Marketing at Pavlus Travel, and it is a pleasure to be with you today. We're here to talk about an exciting luxury cruise line. For those of you that have traveled with Regent before, you're in for a great treat looking at some of the new itineraries, the new updates from Regent. And if you're here to learn a little bit more about Regent, you've come to the right place because you're going to get a great overview of what all Regent has to offer. We couldn't be more thrilled with the relationship that we have with Regent Cruises. We have quickly grown our business to be one of the largest sellers of Regent in the world, and it's because of the synergies between our two brands. We believe in providing the absolute best value on your vacation and also providing you with the utmost of service. And I'll be back on toward the end of the webinar to talk about why you should consider booking your Regent cruise with Pavlis. For those of you that have worked with us before, you know that value all too well. But for those of you that may be new to us, you may be wondering why work with a travel agent. What can Pavlis Travel do for me that other travel agents can't do? And why should I work with your team of expert advisors? So I'll be on to talk a little bit more about that. But let's get into the event if you all are ready. We've got a great lineup from the Regent team, and I'd like to kick it over first, and I'm most excited to do this to the Chief Luxury Officer at Regent. Many of you that have been following the Regent brand for a long time know this name, and we couldn't be more honored to have him here to talk a little bit more about the Regent product from 30,000 feet and also to give us some exciting updates on what Mariner looks like. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce and bring on Jason Montague, Chief Luxury Officer for Regent. Jason, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Michael. I couldn't be more thrilled to be here with all of you. Thanks for actually putting a picture when I was 12 years old on the screen as well, too. Truly appreciate that. And thank you all for joining us. Love working with the Pavlis team. Some of you might not know I had the honor of doing an intro for Craig's Lifetime Achievement Award he just received in December from the travel industry at the recent awards banquet at the end of the year. I couldn't have been more appreciative. The relationship with not only Craig but with Shelby and Michael is special. And I remember visiting the group when I first became president back in beginning of 2015. And it was such an eye-opening event because the team is incredible. It's led by obviously Craig, Shelby, and Michael. I mean, you all set the tone, but the entire travel consultant team at Pavlis is just uh, it's hard to match. They're just amazing, amazing people, and they're looking to deliver outstanding experiences, which is where Regent thrives. We look at trying to deliver an unrivaled experience in everything we do. So truly couldn't be more appreciative and spend time with all of you today. And so first, I wanted to give you a brief intro on Regent itself. We have 6 amazing ships in our fleet today, led by the Explorer class. First one was delivered in 2016 with Explorer, followed by Splendor, and most recently Grandeur. We also have our traditional ships, the Voyager, Mariner, and Navigator. So I'm going to go into the Mariner dry dock because we just recently did the Mariner. But first, before I do that, I want to talk about our new ship coming at the end of this year. So Seven Seas Prestige. She's only going to have 820 guests. So she's going to be about 40% larger from a space ratio standpoint and only 10% more guests than our Explorer class. And she really is going to set the bar in ultra luxury cruising. So couldn't be more thrilled that we're going to showcase. My colleague Jared Evans will be on a little bit later, going a little bit more detail on the ship and more on Regent itself. But I do want to showcase the recent refurbishment we did on Seven Seas Mariner. We're about to do one on Voyager as well too. But it really will set the tone to understand what we're not only doing on our new ships, but also our existing fleet itself. So let's play a video for you. All right, so you just saw her. She truly is amazing. I had the privilege of walking her recently when she came to Miami. Here's a picture of our signature suite. She truly looks like she was just delivered. She's actually looks better than we first delivered from the shipyard. So couldn't be prouder and more appreciative of what the team did. It was amazing. You know, when you do an extensive work like this, it really takes an entire team across the board to execute on it, and they've done a phenomenal job. So this is a signature suite. Next up, we have the Grand Suite. So you can see the look and feel, very residential, very modern, up to date. And next up, we have, I believe, our penthouse suite. So you got to love the space ratio. One of my favorite penthouses from the space ratio. You know, our Explorer class ships have 2 bedrooms, which is great, like a separate bedroom from a living space in the penthouse. But there's so much space in the Mariner on the penthouse suite. Next up, we have the concierge suite itself too. And finally, one of the things I'm most excited about to showcase is our new Epicurean Enrichment Studio. So on our Explorer class ship, we have hands-on cooking classes at sea. So we wanted to do something new and different on Mariner and Voyager. So here we're going to have culinary demonstrations on board the ships. So as you can see, it's what we call Epicurean Passport Series. But we'll have a chef's table, a chef's circle, Epicurean enrichment tours, which start from this area, and also chef-hosted dinners. So I want to show another area of the chef studio. So we saw the classroom angle, but we also have this beverage area for mixology classes and really immerse guests in different ways in that whole Epicurean environment and enrichment that we're looking to do. So one of the truly amazing spaces on the ships. So I'd love to hopefully get the opportunity to see firsthand. We also enhanced the pool deck area. It is one of the most spacious pool decks at sea today. Truly incredible. But I'm a pizza guy, so I got to showcase this next slide. We have a new pizzeria area. We'll open up the pool grill on all of our ships at night to have another more relaxed, casual environment where you can dine. We have some of the best culinary specialty restaurants, which are all included, by the way. But we also wanted to give a laid back area where if you didn't want to dress up and go out to dinner, you have an area we can go on the pool deck, still have an amazing dinner. And this pizza is off the charts fantastic. So what you see here is a master pizza chef. He's designed a new menu for us in the evening that is launched on the Mariner and it's going to roll out to the rest of the fleet. It is second to none. Again, I'm a pizza guy, so I'm a little bit biased from that standpoint, but truly hope you have an opportunity to experience it firsthand. Now, I'm going to hand it off to my colleague Jared in a second, but I just wanted to, one, personally thank you all for attending. If you haven't experienced Regent, we would love to have you join our Regent family. For those of you who have, truly appreciate and can't wait to welcome you back on board. And with that, I'm going to hand it off to my good colleague, someone who I've been working with since I first started working with Regent back in 2008. He started in the reservations team, and we have a lot of team members. One of the things that's truly special is how you see people grow throughout the business. And I am very fortunate to work alongside Jared Evans. So I'm going to hand it off to Jared. So thank you all again. and appreciate you for spending time with us. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Jason. Really appreciate that. It's been a pleasure working alongside of you over these years. And again, as you said, the relationship that we have with Pavlus Travel is impeccable. They're so knowledgeable. They're have experienced the product firsthand. So again, having the advisor in your corner and being able to assist you, while also if any challenges or issues come up, they have the direct contacts to us to ensure that we're able to provide the best service and, of course, the best value overall in terms of pricing. So, first today, I'm extremely passionate about this brand. I've been with Regent now going on my 22nd year, working closely with Pavlus for over half of that. It's been a great time to be here with this incredible brand and continue to see it evolve over the years. When you think about it, back when I first started, we were selling the Radisson Diamond. Many of you loyal past guests out there remember the Radisson Diamond, and to where we are today, soon to deliver Seven Seas Prestige, which I will touch on here a little bit later. But just extremely passionate about the brand, and again, continuing to see it evolve and what we're taking it to in terms of our next level. So I'm often asked, what is it that truly sets you apart from the other luxury lines out there? And, the simple part has always been the foundation that we're built on. When you look at our house and our pillars, we simply include more than everyone else, the most inclusive luxury experience. And when we break that down, we look at it kind of in four different pillars, right? So when we look at exploration, that's that free unlimited shore excursion component that we have. You know, Not to mention the size of our ships. We're carrying no more than 750 guests currently, and we're able to get you into those boutique niche type ports to really allow you to fully immerse yourself in these incredible destinations that we're taking you to. The second pillar I'll touch on momentarily. The third one, space. Space is so important and more important these days than ever. It truly makes you feel like you're at your home away from home. So when you talk about space and kind of what we do, 55,000 gross ton ships carrying 750 guests. That equates to the amount of space, whether that's space in public areas, whether that's space on your balcony, what's truly important to you on your vacation. It is always our goal to make you feel like you are home away from home and a part of the family. And with that is the exceptional, heartfelt hospitality that our team delivers on board. Truly the lifeline, the bloodline of what we do day in and day out. The moment that you step foot on board our ships with that white glove service, that glass of champagne, as I mentioned, you are truly feel like you're at your home away from home and you are part of the Regent family. The last pillar, of course, is just like with any great cruise line, right? Is the food and Epicurean perfection. And what we're doing from that standpoint, again, it's providing choice, it's providing options, specialty dining, different variations of dining. We have the culinary arts kitchen on our Explorer class ships to allow you to go hands-on with our executive chefs on board and doing those particular classes, or going ashore and again to the immersive exploration point, doing these gourmet explorer tours that we offer. There's so many different options, so many different choices, and that is up to you. And again, your Pavlus Travel cruise consultant will be happy to assist you in those findings. I mentioned what it is, that truly sets us apart in terms of the inclusions. But let's kind of break that down. I know there are many new guests joining us here today. And for our loyal past guests, you're very familiar with this. Regent always strives to continue to add value, continue to add inclusions. And we want to make it a one-stop shop and just make your vacation hassle-free and worry-free. I mean, at the end of the day, that's truly how cruising is meant to be. So when you break this down and you look at all of the inclusions that we offer right there at the top, I won't go through every single one of them, but again, those are important. You're not feeling nickel and dime throughout your vacation whatsoever. That comes to the unlimited Wi-Fi with the Starlink service that we have on board all of our vessels. It comes to gratuities. You know, we have prepaid gratuities, so there's no tipping, no necessary to do so. The 24-hour in-suite dining is one of those options that is often lost or not thought about. So we include that. The butler service in our penthouse suites and above. Valet laundry service, probably one of the latest additions that we added most recently within the last couple of years. But again, valet laundry service. So we have self-serve laundrettes on board that are available to our guests to wash, dry, press, all of that. However, you can also do your valet laundry service, send it to your steward, stewardess, or your butler, and they will take it and have the laundry laundered for you. And then, of course, pressing. And that's all inclusive on Regent. We talk about the spa. One other thing that's lost and many people don't think about is yes, we have the spa. You don't need to actually purchase a spa service. You have unlimited access to all the spa facilities, whether it's the steam room, the sauna, the ice room. There's many different options that are available just in through the spa that you have full included access to. And then we have what we call our ultimate all-inclusive fares. That's going to be the additional flights to get you to and from, the transfers that are between that, and then up to a $500 per suite chauffeur executive credit in partnership with Black Lane. Let's dive in and look a little bit into the fleet itself. The fleet, as I mentioned earlier, carried no more than 750 guests. As you heard from Jason recently, he was sharing the Seven Seas Mariner's latest refurbishment, and of course, that will also go on to Seven Seas Voyager. Her refurbishment is scheduled at the end of April this year, and she will come out in May, on May 21st. We're truly excited. These refurbishments that we're doing and the continued investment in the existing fleet is not taken lightly. These are 23-day dry docks that we're doing. We're taking the ships down to the studs. We're touching every single suite, every single bathroom, and public spaces and restaurants. So it's a lot that goes into it, but again, it's to continue to deliver that unrivaled experience and have the most luxurious fleet at sea. When you talk about our ships, they're all suites, all balconies, walk-in closets, marble appointed bathrooms, and the balconies. The balcony space, there's no better way to enjoy a cruise than to sit on your balcony. For me personally, and for many of our guests, they really enjoy that. And of course, when the destinations that we're taking you to. So without further ado, I'll touch a little bit here on Seven Seas Prestige, our newest baby, and really the new legacy of excellence and what that looks like for us as we continue to evolve as the brand. A couple big things with Seven Seas Prestige when we receive and she is delivered here in December of this year. To note is she will be 77,000 gross tons. As I mentioned earlier, the 55,000 tons on the Explorer class ships, and she is going to carry 822 guests as opposed to the 750 guests. So what that means to you, it's 40% larger, carrying 10% more passengers. That's that space to guest ratio. We always talk about the crew to guest ratio, which is absolutely a paramount to what we do to deliver that heartfelt hospitality, that 1 to 1.3 type ratio. But when you talk about the space to guest ratio and you look at 77,000 tons carrying 822 guests, what does that mean to you? What is that? Well, how is that important? And again, it comes down to the space, the choice, and all of the luxuries that you would expect and receive. We're super excited. We have 7 specialty dining venues on Seven Seas Prestige, 2 new dining concepts, one of which I will touch on momentarily. The other, of course, being the pizzeria that Jason spoke about for Seven Seas Mariner, which will then come on Seven Seas Voyager, and following on Seven Seas Prestige and to the rest of the fleet thereafter. 12 suite categories within this ship, 4 new concepts, all with private balconies. And then, of course, the magnificent Skyview Regent Suite. As she will be first in class, we have made some changes. We've learned along the way what that Explorer class delivered, how we can take it next level to the ultra luxury cruise customer. And with that in mind, we've been making conscious decisions in terms of the design, again, the space, and everything that goes into it. This is a shot of the stunning Starlight atrium. So the moment that you walk in, and this atrium right here goes all the way up to the top, all that light's coming in with that spiral staircase, truly just a beautiful setting as you walk into our ship. Right there up on the second level there, you can see that's where the reception and all of that will be, and then come downstairs. One of the new lounges, the Meridian Lounge, it's a staple on every Regent ship. It embodies the spirit and the exploration and the discovery. That light fixture at the top, I truly love the design with that. Again, it's just beautiful as you continue to walk in. And again, all of these public spaces. So whether you're coming in to enjoy a quick martini, listen to some music before or after dinner, we have entertainment available in all of our public spaces throughout the entire ship. Look at the Constellation Theater. The Constellation Theater, again, to see all the shows. So it's truly what all the big ships have, just in a smaller variation. So whether it's a comedian, whether it's a Broadway show, we have something every single night and every evening in these comfortable, designed, two-tiered Constellation Theaters. So truly something special. A very important spot on the ship, the Coffee Connection. It is one of the most popular spots, I would say, on any cruise at any time of the day when you're passing by. So whether it's an early morning start to your day, or whether it's late afternoon after a long touring day to get another little pep in your step into the evening, this beautiful Coffee Connection is right here for you. And like I said, an extremely important spot. If you're looking for a little quaint, cozy little getaway, our libraries are all the books within there are hand selected and chosen. It's very peaceful in there. It's definitely a spot that you need to find on the ship if you haven't spent any time in there. It's just absolutely stunning what we're doing with those thoughtful designs that go into it. The pool deck, again, this is extremely important. As you can see here, all the deck chairs, and they're spaced far enough apart that you have room so you're not just tripping over the next deck chair next to you, and there's plenty of space for all. I really love how on top they have the shaded areas as well, and kind of just be able to share an area. So there's so much choice, and that's what you'll continue to hear me say. I think luxury is choice, to be able to have all these options available to you. So as you can see here, this design is actually the way that the ship goes, it actually kind of goes out in the middle there. So it's going to be a wider deck space. Again, talking about the space and what that 77,000 tons equates to for you specifically. And then, of course, Jason had touched on the pool grill and the pizzeria that will be added on there. I talked about the spa earlier. Here's just a couple images of what this Serene Spa and Wellness Center will look like. Again, all of these incredible areas that are available to you for unlimited spa access. Of course, the treatments would be an additional cost for you. Here's a look at the Solaris sports deck, just kind of a first-hand look at it, really. This image just came out recently in terms of the renderings and what we're trying to do here. But as you can see, plenty of space to be able to enjoy, and sitting area, which we didn't have previously, cornhole, the pickleball courts, shuffleboard, mini golf, all of the favorites that are done on board our ships. Touch on the legacy of Epicurean perfection. I mentioned the new dining concept, Azure. This restaurant is going to be stunning. I spoke with our leadership team. Unfortunately, I wasn't there on Seven Seas Mariner, but a group of them were able to go on and actually sample what they were going to have, or what was going to continuously be served. They went through about 15 courses and about 5 different desserts, trying all. So again, for me, I was a little FOMO for not being there, and they said it was absolutely incredible. The enhancements, the water infusion, the dessert fruits, and again, it's that concept to be able to share and enjoy a meal together with friends and family. So we're really excited for the new restaurant, Azure. And this is just another shot of what she will look like. This is special to us because, again, on the Explorer class ships, we only have up to the 3 specialty dining, which is Prime 7, our steakhouse, Chartreuse, our modern French cuisine, and then Pacific Rim, which is our Pan American fusion restaurant. So now bringing in Azure with the Mediterranean touch is going to allow us to continuously provide additional choice for all of our guests. Let's look at the suites. I talked about the new Regent Suite, the Skyview Regent Suite. On the Explorer class, the Regent Suite is roughly 4,500 square feet. On the new Skyview Regent Suite for the Seven Seas Prestige, she's going to be approximately 9,000 square feet. So again, space, again, choice, and this starts from the very top. This is a 2-level Regent Suite and is absolutely stunning. So whatever it is, whether you're looking to sail in the largest suite and the most luxurious suite, or the most luxurious address at sea, like we like to call it, all the way down to our superior staterooms, superior suites, you're going to really enjoy all the additional space that we have to provide. Our Skyview suites, this would be another new concept that we have. This is another 2-level suite, and the Skyview Aurora, Luna, and Sola suites. So these are 3 distinct expressions of the same exclusive category, but each with its own layout and different character. I like to always showcase the next level, which is your own private terrace. So you have this private Skyview suite terrace with the jacuzzi tub sitting outside, plenty of deck space, deck chairs to really just relax and enjoy the views from outside of your own private Skyview terrace. Probably one of my favorite suites in the new design is our new Grand Loft Suites, which boast about 850 square feet. Again, this is 2 levels, floor to ceiling windows, and all of that natural light that continues to come in. It really kind of, the lower level mirrors like a modern condo, and then refined, comfortable, perfect for entertaining. And then the upstairs, that bed again faces out. And that's another unique feature on the Explorer class when we do our superior suites through the concierge level. They have the beds that face the balcony. I mean, it's an amazing concept. I don't know why it wasn't developed sooner, but again, to be able to look out at those floor to ceiling windows as you're sailing through the Mediterranean, or as you're going through the inside passage, it's just absolutely incredible. Let's touch on destinations. So we recently launched our last voyage collection, which was 2028. I will say in a few months, roughly the May timeframe, we will be launching the next voyage collection, which will basically pick up summer of 28 through winter of 2029. And then, of course, we will also have our World Cruise and Grand Voyages prior to that in April. So these new itineraries continuously to come out further. And again, it's for you. We hear from you, our customers, from our travel partners, and it's truly, we need to have itineraries out sooner. Not only are we planning multiple vacations, whether it's in one given year, but also every other couple years, whether it's special milestones, birthdays, anniversaries, to be able to see where you can explore around the world. So that's why we continuously bring it out. In this last collection that we debuted, and again, we go to all seven seas, all around the world. So truly wherever your compass points you. But in this particular collection, we launched 174 new itineraries, and we also have 3 immersive overnight itineraries in the collection, which I will discuss here momentarily. 5 new grand voyages, and of course, the world cruise. So wherever your compass points you, I will share just a couple highlights for some of the most popular destinations, especially for you first-time cruisers out there joining us. Alaska is probably our #1 destination that attracts that first-time guests, and we voyage there basically May through September. And within that, they're all 7-night voyages, so you're able to have a shorter type cruise, which is typically 7 nights as our shortest cruise that we offer, and typically it's in the Alaska market. There's a little bit over in the Med, and maybe a couple in the Caribbean, but for the most part, 7-night itineraries are specifically to Alaska. The value that we have in Alaska, right, with the included shore excursion program, again, the smaller ships being able to get in there to go see Hubbard Glacier. We get in there, we do a 360 a few times. It's just truly stunning destination in the wild frontier. So definitely look at those particular itineraries. We do have space still here in 2026. So whether it is you're looking to book closer in or you're looking to book further out, we're kind of just setting the tone and the schedule so you can kind of see where we're traveled to. Mediterranean is probably our second most popular destination. There we see a lot when a customer sails in Alaska for the first time, their second cruise typically goes to the Med or to Northern Europe, which I'll touch on momentarily, which is why I'm specifically highlighting this for you new guests that are joining us today. But we launched in that particular collection 48 voyages, 2 grand voyages, Med European focus. And these voyages, as I said, a few of them are like 7, 8 nights. The majority of them are 10 to 12, and some of them go up to 14 nights. So different options, different choices, depending on your travel schedule and the destination or this particular ports of call that you're looking to specifically. Northern Europe, as I mentioned, Seven Seas Prestige and Seven Seas Grandeur, along with Seven Seas Splendor, will be doing Northern Europe. We have some still on Mariner and Voyager. These are all going to be post the dry dock, of course, and even post dry dock this year in 26 if you're looking to travel. But in that collection that we launched, there was 31 new voyages, 4 new ports of call that we haven't called on, and voyage range from 8 to 18 nights. We again continue to find and listen to our past guests, listen to our travel partners. What destinations do we want to go to? How many times should we repeat those particular itineraries? What is it that is most sought after? So another popular one, and we often see a lot of our past guest cruisers, they just want to be on board our ships. I mean, the ship is the destination. So taking a transoceanic crossing on Seven Seas Prestige or Grandeur for that, for as example, that ship is your destination. That's your home away from home. The time that you get to spend just really relaxing, enjoying the day, whether it's lounging up at the pool deck, whether it's reading a book in the library, whether it's the public spaces and the games and tea time and trivia throughout the day, or just enjoying a movie in your suite and the space of your own, or just sitting on the balcony. There's again so much to do, so much time on these crossings, but these are extremely popular. 10 new voyages that were launched within that collection. They range from 14 to 16 nights, as you can see, kind of where we go to and from. I mentioned the grand voyages, mentioned we launched 5 of those. Again, different choice. up to 92 nights. So anywhere from 60 nights to 92 nights on these grand voyages. Certainly, whichever one kind of speaks to you in terms of the destination. We have all of these different choices and collections. All right, one of my favorite destinations and or Grand Voyage that we have out there is the Grand Asia Escape. This one is doing Hong Kong to Tokyo, 61 nights. This particular itinerary is on January 5th, 2028. So for those of you that are looking to book further out, this kind of showcases that particular itinerary. And like I said, it's one of my favorites and most popular. Another one for a lot of our customers, they really are looking for this Grand Arctic Expedition from New York to London, 92 nights. So as I said, you can go from 61 to 92. There's different ranges, and again, there's 3 other choices in there. So certainly discuss with your Pavlus travel consultant. They'd be happy to identify which one is best for you and check those availability. We also have space if you want to go a little bit longer, 133 nights on our world cruise. This is January 5th, 2028. And for the first time, Seven Seas Splendor will actually be doing this world cruise. And we're extremely excited to be able to use a new vessel. And as the brands continue to evolve, and putting these other ships in different destinations that they've never been to. So whether you've sailed on Regent in any given destination or any length of cruise, as we continue to grow and continue to build new ships, now some of those other ships that you really enjoy are going to be in different areas of the world. And again, that's providing choice to you. So the world cruise, here's just kind of a map of the look around, but starting in LA and ending in San Francisco, that full world cruise that we're encompassing. The next thing that I want to talk about is Seven Seas Navigator. I want to touch briefly on that while we're in destinations and talking about it. Many of you may have heard or seen in the press releases, Seven Seas Navigator was scheduled to have her farewell season after this year. However, the beloved Navigator is coming back into our fleet. So many of you loyal past guests I know are extremely excited to hear that. And I'm extremely excited for the new season that we just launched in the middle of December on Seven Seas Navigator. When you look at this particular ship, she's unique in the fleet currently as the smallest ship, the most intimate ship experience within our fleet. But we're going to the Med in the fall and the winter. We've never done that before. And we're going to do that on Seven Seas Navigator, the most intimate experience, getting into those small boutique niche type ports and really be able to showcase this destination in a different time of year. Not hot, less crowds. So there's a lot to think about there. Asia in the spring, another time that we're typically out of there by. So take a look at those itineraries. Australia, South Pacific in the summer is another great option. This was the collection of those particular itineraries. I know I'll just kind of flash this up here for a moment, but I know my friends at Pavlus are very well aware of these voyages, these new itineraries, and new opportunities for us to explore in a different area of the world and different time that we've done in the past. So to kind of showcase a few of them, this is the first one well, she was scheduled to leave about mid-October, so this will be one of the first sailings of that period when we have her. She will go through a brief dry dock as well prior to the new season. So she will also receive a dry dock and some updates there as well. More details to come on that. But you can see navigating the seasons in Barcelona to Lisbon. And again, November 11th, 2026. Round trip Tokyo, extremely popular. Seven Seas Explorer's been doing most of these itineraries and these runs. So if you're a fan of the Seven Seas Navigator, we have a nice 10-night option hitting Kyoto, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. So great option there. And then, as I mentioned, the next destination in South Pacific that she will be calling on in the summer, which August 15, 2027, sampling of those particular ports. So some great choices on Seven Seas Navigator. Encourage you to look at those with your travel consultant, and we'll be able to point you in the right direction there. We touched on immersive overnights. A lot of guests ask, what's new or what's kind of a different concept in terms of just your standard runs or destinations that you go to. Well, the immersive overnight collection is one to look at, and we have these voyages in 2026 all the way through 27, and some of the three new ones that we had added. But what this concept is essentially taking those same itineraries, however, allowing you to spend more time. So each of them have at least one overnight. Some of them have two overnights, 3 full days, which will allow you to, again, have that feel of being able to go ashore, enjoy a dinner, see how the nightlife transforms. Oftentimes, as many of you know, when cruising, you go into a particular port, you're in there for, your 8 hours, your day to take your tour, get back on the ship, and you're off. Well, again, this allows you to truly fully immerse for 2 full days, at least one overnight. So if that sounds like something of your interest, please reach out. We'll be able to guide you to the specific ones, specific itineraries that you're interested in there. And another exciting option is the solar eclipse voyages. To highlight some of these, the first 4 voyages on here will have at least 75% visibility for the eclipse. And of course, the best viewing time for those will be between 7 and 8:30 p.m. But these options, right, since it's going to be during dinner time, specifically on the 26 voyages, the pool grill will remain open with the standard menu that evening. So everyone has that option to really enjoy and see the solar eclipse. So kind of exciting. Again, just sharing some of the new options that are available to you for some of those past guests on here that have kind of been there, done that sort of thing. Let's talk lastly about offers. It's all about the value. It's all about, price and what we can get the most bang for our buck. Well, right now is truly our best consumer offer that we have out in the marketplace. This is the one that we run throughout the year. This is the first one for our wave season. It's a free 2 category suite upgrade with a 50% reduced deposit. Plus, if it's a 2026 voyage, there's a $500 shipboard credit. This offer ends February 28th, 2026. So the timing for this right now is impeccable to be able to leverage our current public offer, plus a little special savings offer that I'll go over here right at the end. The other thing, promotion that I wanted to highlight and share with you is solo travel. Solo travel has become so big, and with us, we recognize that, right? We understand, you still want to travel, and whether it's with friends, other solo travelers, or just by yourself, whatever the case may be. We've looked at our itineraries. We've adjusted single supplements as low as 0%. I will share just in a few days, January 31st, our current solo specials will expire. We'll come out with a whole new tranche of sailings that will be including 0 single supplements, 25% or 50%. So again, work with your Pavlus Travel consultant. We can share those new itineraries as soon as they become available for you to be able to look and see where the zeros are, the 25s, and again, ultimately to create the best value for you. And the exclusive offer. This is where I will end in terms of just the content overall. This is robust, it's rich, combinable with that Upgrade Your Horizon promotional offer. You can get savings up to $2,000 per suite. It just depends on the length of the cruise, in the category selected. We've simplified this from previous exclusive offers that we've had with Pavlis. Now it's distinctive suite, penthouse suites, concierge suites receive one set of savings, and the deluxe suite and veranda suites, they receive another level of savings. And if you do want to splurge for that Regent Suite, there are additional savings that are also available for Regent Suite guests. Please note this is for new bookings only from January 28th today until February 28th. Typically, we offer a 2-week sale. For Pavlis, we are making this a 1-month sale exclusive for Pavlis Travel to again provide the best value, the best savings, and recognize the incredible partnership with our friends at Pavlis Travel. With that, I will turn it over and thank you very much for joining us.
Well, if you've made it this far in the webinar, thanks for sticking with us. It's been a pleasure to learn a little bit more about Regent firsthand from both Jason and from Jared. What a treat to have both of them with us this afternoon. Jared, a great overview of Regent. Thank you for highlighting on some of those key itineraries and opportunities. And certainly we appreciate the webinar special. Now is the best time to book a Regent cruise. And we would encourage you to call our office 800-528-9300 when you're ready to book, or call your Pavlus travel planner directly if you already have one. I want to just spend a couple of minutes to wrap things up talking about why you should consider booking your Regent cruise with Pavlus Travel. Again, as I said at the beginning, if you've been working with us, you know my spiel, you know how this works, but we are going to get you the best price on your Regent cruise with our absolute guarantee. You can see it behind me. We offer the best prices to the best places, but we truly believe that price alone is not the reason that you'll work with a travel agent. Not only do we offer the best price, but we'll put our service next to anybody because we have got a dedicated team here to assist you. And it really starts with your personal travel planner. They're going to provide personalized service. They're going to give you peace of mind. They've got expertise and local knowledge. And at the end of the day, they're your advocate. They're there for you at that initial interaction to pick the right Regent cruise, the best stateroom, the best location, the best itinerary. And they're your dedicated point contact. They become your travel advocate. They are backed up and assisted by two very special teams. Our guest relations team, who are here to answer your questions from the moment you book all the way up until you get ready to sail, and even afterwards, should anything go wrong or there's any follow-up that's needed after the fact. And they also are assisted by our air concierge team, who are here to help you pick the best flights for your itinerary, whether that's directly through Regent or directly through the airlines. We've got both options at our fingertips, and we're here to get you the best value. If you book with your frequent flyer miles, great. Feel free to do so, but you've got a dedicated air concierge team to assist you on the air portion of your trip, if not. And at the end of the day, it saves you time. You've got professional guidance throughout the experience. And as we've mentioned throughout, you're also receiving the best value. We are going to save you money when you book your Regent cruise with Pavlus, and you're going to receive that expert level of service. There are agencies that do one or do the other, but I would venture to say that there are not many agencies that will do both. Give you the best price, some generous incentives for working with Pavlus in addition to these webinar specials and specials offered by the cruise line, but also to deliver an exceptional level of service that you'll come to expect moving forward. So with that, I know we've got a few questions to be answered, so I'd like to bring back on Jared and Janet to take us through some questions. Thank you for being with us. When you're ready to book, give our office a call, 800-528-9300. We look forward to working with you moving forward. Thanks for your time today. Jared, Janet, take it away.
Michael, thank you. Jared, that was outstanding. You said something in there, said luxury is choice, and that really kind of defines what region is. Want to also say that we sent you the feedback prior to our event today. You included the Grand Voyages. You talked about Alaska, what's new with Prestige, the Navigator, Asia itinerary. So thank you, because when you listen, it really makes a difference for our guests. So thank you for that. Um, we do have questions, and I always like to say that we always get the question, will I be receiving a copy of this presentation? The answer is yes. You'll receive a copy of the presentation, as well as the event special, highlighting it, talking about the Upgrade Your Horizon and our event special, which expires on the same date. So thank you for that as well. We have a guest asking about air. You talked about ultimate all-inclusive fares. I make notes. Um, how does the air work with Regent and Pavlus as well? And Michael, you may need to come in on this as well.
Yeah. So it's one of those things we used to, for many of you that have sailed on Regent in past, we used to include business class air. Now we've kind of removed it out as again another choice, right? So customers, often had points or miles that they wanted to use, and they, didn't have the value of having that included air. So what we did was just basically pull it out to allow you to just add it on if you wish. And again, select choice, whether it's economy, premium economy, business class. Not everybody necessarily needs or wants to fly business class. Of course, that's an option to you, but the pricing, again, different variations of it. So we just wanted to pull it out, still add it back in, and provide choice to our guests.
Great, thank you. And they can book the air, and the Pavlus Travel Planner can help them with the best value on the air, both with coach, business class, premium class. So just wanted to add that to all the new guests that are joining as well. Um, so with regions included shore excursions, is it possible to have time for two? Because I know that you used to be able to include a couple of excursions based on time in port.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's truly important. Again, as part of one of the pillars in the immersive exploration, it is us spending more time in port than other cruise lines. And again, allowing to have a morning tour, whether it's, a 3-hour bike ride tour, and then in the afternoon, a little 4-hour tour. As long as there's about, I want to say they require about 75 minutes in between the specific tours and the time that we're in port, yes, you can book multiple tours in one given day to be able to go explore and immerse yourself.
And we know that you have included shore excursions, but there's also types of shore excursions that are optional. Can you speak to this? We had a lot of questions on the shore excursions with Regent.
Yeah, it's I love this piece, right? And I love again how we continue to evolve the brand in terms of adding choice, understanding what our customers want. So the number one uh option that I particularly like, right, is taking any of our given tours, whether it's a coach transfer type tour, right? Your standard just, 40 people into a specific group. Well, we offer a small group tour option. Well, that will allow you to just tour with 16 guests or less. And instead of the coach, it's basically like a luxury sprinter van that's transferring you to and from the ship to explore with your own, guide. So you have that more intimate type experience. It's a very nominal fee to do it. It's the included tour, but it's in the intimate setting and experience. So you have that option. Additionally, we have what we call our Regent Choice Tours. Regent Choice Tours are going to kind of be that next level. So for Alaska, for example, if you want to do the float plane or the helicopter, again, there's a cost for that additional. However, you take basically what's the included value, we subsidize the cost on the top of what that, helicopter tour would be. So again, it's probably half the price of what would be on any other cruise line where you would pay for tours, again, to provide that additional value for that. And then I mentioned the Gourmet Explorer tours briefly when I touched on the Culinary Arts Kitchen. Those tours are extremely popular. Again, it's like going to a local market, looking at what type of ingredients would be sourced, how we go back on the ship, and kind of cook it, some rules and regulations on what you can or can't bring on. But again, it's the idea, the feel, the concept to have that fully immersive culinary type experience, or, going to a chef's restaurant nearby with our chef and kind of talking through all of that. So again, choice and options that are available to you all.
Oh, thanks, Jerry. We really appreciate the detail on that. So we have a lot of loyal guests from Regent, so thank you. And we have a lot of new guests from Regent. And we get a lot of questions on your dress code, which I think is really well received on Regent. So could you kind of explain the dress code or just dress on Regent?
Yeah, absolutely. And I thank you for that question. That is one point that I wanted to bring up during the presentation. So whoever sent that one, I really appreciate it. But again, dress code on Regent, we've gone just basically elegant casual is all it is, right? There's no formal nights that are specific formal nights. We have formal optional nights on longer voyages. However, the great thing about Regent is our guests will wear suits, sport coats, jeans with sports coats, dress sneakers. It's truly what you feel is important to you. We don't want you to have to feel you have to follow these rules, regulations, guidelines. We want you to be able to be comfortable and really enjoy your vacation. And like I mentioned from the top, it's your home away from home.
Great. Well, you said luxury is choice, but I'm going to add luxury is choice and comfort, which you deliver. And then just for the sake of time, I want to go over just a couple things. We have the combinability of the Upgrade Your Horizon and our event special, and those savings on the event special. We will send the guests, they can book, but the savings will be applied maybe a few days later, and we'll send them an updated invoice, correct? Just to get
Yes.
that transparent
Yeah.
here with the guests.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to turn this over to you to close. But from Pavlus, we want to thank our guests that joined today, that joined the virtual events to learn more about Regent. For you and Jason to join, from Michael and I, we want to say thank you. And again, thanks for everything that you do for us. And I'll turn this over to you. Thanks, Jared.
Oh, thanks, Janet. Really appreciate that. And again, it's been a pleasure to join here with you today. And, on behalf of the entire Regent family, for those past guests joining us today, thank you for your continued loyalty and support. And for you new guests out there, we look forward to welcoming you to the Regent family. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.